The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
Il Miracolo now in command.
Let's Go Racing is proudly brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Breeders' Cup Saturday. It is a great day of racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and on today's show, Parks Hall of Fame jockey Frankie Pennington wins his 3,000th race. We have all the details of this amazing accomplishment, and today is the Breeders' Cup. Dick and I will break down some of the key races, and nearly 60 students paid a visit to Parks this week. Delaware Valley University for College Scholarship Day here at Parks Racing. We had a lot of fun things going on here at Parks, but the big story was our man Frankie.
No question, Frankie Pennington's been riding for 20 years, Danny. If you do the math, and I wrote about it this week on Let'sGoRacingParks.com, he's had to average 150 wins a year for 20 years to get to 3,000. And I think the most amazing thing about Frankie is his consistency. Just does it day after day, week after week, month after month, and now 20 years worth to 3,000.
Yeah, and he's got a great attitude. He is a lot of fun to have here at Parks. Well, let's take a look at some history. We're going to take a look at Tuesday's first race. Frankie Pennington is riding Miyamo for trainer John Service on the number 4 horse.
Miyamo waiting there in second. To her inside, Sophia's Rose, then Should Have Been a Cowgirl backed off into fourth. Whiskey Street Blues right to her outside, losing a little ground there is Callie Ray. Go Chloe Go, trying to get in gear at the back, and then still gone at the way back. The opening quarter, 23-1. Swans Island. Miyamo's gotten the cue from Frankie Pennington. She's beginning to move. Also, Should Have Been a Cowgirl under a drive as they make their way through the turn at the top of the stretch. Swans Island. Sophia's Rose coming up the rail on the outside. Miyamo, Should Have Been a Cowgirl, has some momentum. It's Miyamo, puts her nose in front. Swans Island comes right back at her, but Should Have Been a Cowgirl gaining with every stride. There's about a 16th left to go. Miyamo on the outside. Should Have Been a Cowgirl. Miyamo hanging tough. Miyamo, Should Have Been a Cowgirl. And Miyamo, she gives Frankie Pennington 3,000 wins.
Oh, lots of emotions, and especially longtime agent and friend of jockey Frankie Pennington, Bobby Martell, here with his family. Of course, they've been on the ride with Frankie as well, and lots of jumping around and happy smiles there.
Yeah, no question. It wasn't easy. It looked like he was going to get there pretty easily, Danny, and then he had a big challenge from Randy Allen's horse on the outside, but held on to win by a head. It was interesting. I looked up Frankie's first win. It was 20 years ago at Thistledown for his stepfather. And Frankie remembered the name of the horse, remembered it like it was yesterday. And here's more with our man, Frankie Pennington. Frankie, you've had a lot of great milestones in your career. What does 3,000 mean?
Oh, it's huge. It's a ton of wins, and it's nice to finally get it done and over with. But it's been a great journey so far, and I appreciate all the owners, trainers, grooms, everybody a part of it. I really appreciate that.
They didn't make this race easy on you. You could feel that horse on your outside, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the race and going, hopefully I can be able to win this one by a couple because she looked pretty tough. And when I heard the horse coming outside, I'm like, oh no, where's the wire at?
You remember your first one? I looked it up. It was like September of 2003, 20 years ago at Thistledown. What do you remember about it?
Yeah, it was my stepdad's horse, and I believe her name was Confused Genius. And he let me ride other ones, and finally he's like, I'm going to put you on your first winner. He goes, all you got to do is just make sure you get out of the gate and win, and that's pretty much all I had to do.
When you came here, was this ever something that you envisioned? I mean, this has obviously been your home for a good long time
Right.
now.
No, you know, I was just always very happy and fortunate to do good as I was doing, and get to 3,000 already. It's pretty exciting.
What are other goals now for you? I mean, 3,000 is a big number. Not that many riders have gotten there.
I don't know. I'm just very excited and grateful to get to 3,000.
Got another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 more in you?
God willing, we see what happens, but I'm glad just for today.
I got Frankie early in his bug. We've been together 20 years, and I couldn't be more proud of him. He's just the greatest person ever, and he's like our son. He's wonderful.
To see this, and now it only took him 3 times. A lot of riders, it takes a lot longer to get there. What was the last couple of days like as you were getting close?
It just seems like when you start getting close, it's not that anything changes, but it just feels like it does. It just feels that much harder to get to that spot, you know, and it's so relieved that it's over. It's great.
Well, I have a good suspicion that Frankie will remember the name of Miamo for the rest of his life, as well as his first win. But that wasn't just it. Frankie stayed around in the winner's circle, and the PTHJ put together a nice video on an iPad from his family, friends, lots of well-wishers. And as you can see, Frankie Pennington is understandably very choked up. This is something that he's worked his whole life for, and to get to achieve this and get the well wishes from his family means everything.
As far as I'm concerned, the greatest moment in horse racing history just happened. Wow, 3,000 career victories. The other greatest moment in horse racing was in 2009 in the jockey's room at Thistledown where you and I met as we walked out to ride our first race together. Yes, you beat me. You also beat me in every other race we were in together that year. So you're welcome for notching those victories. But in all seriousness, I'm incredibly proud of you. You're an excellent jockey, a wonderful husband and father, as well as my best friend. You have always been the hardest worker in the room, and I love you.
Hey Frankie, it's me and Mom here. From your first match race in West Texas to your first win at the track on Confused Genius, we would like to congratulate you on your 3,000th win.
3,000 wins. Wow, what a great accomplishment. Couldn't be prouder of you, Bud. You know, I'm not just proud of you for the ability you show on the racetrack as a rider, but also the way you are as a human being.
Frankie's not only a top rider, we won a lot of races along the way, including a bunch of stake races, but he's a great family man, cares deeply about his wife and kids. The only real flaw I can see with Frankie is that he's a Cowboys fan.
You're a great rider. More importantly, you're a great father. You won over 200 races for me, and I just got to tell you, it's a privilege to have you part of the team, buddy. Congratulations.
Frankie, congratulations on 3,000, man. That's a great accomplishment. Well deserved. You deserve it, buddy. I miss you.
Congratulations, Dad.
You guys trying to make me cry.
We tried. I think we got you early.
Thank you guys very much.
Well, we're going to switch gears into the Breeders' Cup because it is the biggest day in horse racing, the Classic. I mean, obviously big news with Arcangelo scratching.
Yeah, unfortunate that Arcangelo wasn't able to run. He had a foot problem, and they did obviously the right thing. They couldn't take any chances, but it's a terrific field. I mean, Baffert has the favorite again with Arabian Night, who's been a really highly touted 3-year-old, and he's trying for his 5th Breeders' Cup Classic, and all were with 3-year-olds. Danny, I know you could name them all if I asked you. White Barrio's on a roll. Ushba Tesoro, the Japanese superstar who won the Dubai World Cup, he'll be there, so it's a star-studded field for the $6 million race. But for us around here, John Ebert being a local guy who's got horses with Michelle Castillo, we were upset that the horse didn't get a chance to run, but he retired, have a great life at Lane's End Farm, and we got a chance to talk to John about maybe some future Pennsylvania breds, maybe running around here.
So one of my next goals is I'd like to have a couple Arcangelo PA breds. So that'd be pretty cool. I'm serious, you know what I mean?
Understood.
So,
hey man,
so,
you can breed in Kentucky and then send that mare up here.
That's it. I like to have a couple Arcangelo PA breds and we'll run at Parks.
Well, it wouldn't be Breeders' Cup Saturday if we didn't mention top trainer Bob Baffert. He comes in with a really nice 3-year-old in Arabian Night.
Yeah, it's interesting. He'd never won a Breeders' Cup Classic until 2014, and now he's trying for his 5th. Byron in 2014, of course, won the PA Derby and then went on to win the Classic. American Pharoah the next year in 2015, Arrogate, and then Authentic. So all with 3-year-olds. He's trying it again with Arabian Night.
Well, I got to see Authentic. He was awesome. Here's more with trainer Bob Baffert.
It's brilliance. He has brilliance. He's shown that from day one, and he gets that from his grandsire, Indian Charlie. He's got a great mind for, some horses, they can be aggressive, but he's got a great mind. I don't think about the competition. I think about just having my horse ready to run, because it doesn't matter if he's not ready. It doesn't matter who's in there, But post position, racing luck. They have to get out of the gate. Stuff that's out of my control, I don't worry about. And so I just my focus right now is just keeping these horses. We got to keep them healthy and bright and sharp. He has that look to him. If you look at him, he just looks like. He's just his body type. He's just a specimen of what a really fast horse is supposed to look like.
We're going to have a lot more Breeders' Cup coming your way later in the show. We also are going to head to a first break, but we have Delaware Valley University that visited here. Parks, it was Scholarship Day and our local races of the week.
Mo visitor Michael Sanchez looks under his shoulder for company. Simovic continuing to grind.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss comedian Nicole Byer on November 9th, plus funny man Howie Mandel on Friday, November 17th. This powerhouse and legendary performer will light up the stage at the Excite Center. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Delaware Valley University is an equine school. They have many different programs, breeding, pre-vet, business management. They came out here, about 60 students, for a great day to win scholarships and learn about various jobs at the racetrack.
They did indeed, and our man Chris Griffin was around. He's got a cool feature on the Delaware Valley University kids over here trying to get scholarships.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris Griffin here, trackside at Parks, and we've got a race that's about ready to run right now, but we've got 55 plus students that are joining us here for Del Val Day, and I got a chance to hang out with their faculty members, the students. We're going to hear from all of them, so come check out Del Val Day here at Parks.
It's been such a nice opportunity for our students who have a lot of hands-on experience, but maybe a little bit less exposure to racing. It's been such a great opportunity for them to come here and hear from so many guest lecturers, so many people who are professionals in this aspect of the industry, and they were so excited. They heard such great things about last year that when we sent out the email saying, okay, RSVP for our Parks Day, the emails came flooding in.
It's really, really nice to see so many interested people in the equine industry. You guys made my day.
We're able to listen to a lot of guest speakers on the afternoon, and for some, this is actually their second time coming to the event.
I think there was about 6 scholarships, and I got the biggest scholarship. I think it was $1,500. It was amazing. It couldn't come at a perfect time. I was excited. It was the best moment of my life.
I was quite impressed. It really lit me up to see so many young students that are thinking about pursuing a career with the thoroughbred industry, because we need good people. We need people that are passionate about the horses.
5 scholarships were awarded on the afternoon, and all of them were first-time winners. There were some first-time attendees as well, and for some, this was their first time seeing a horse race.
I have never been to thoroughbred racing before. I've been really, really interested in standardbreds. I have family that are trainers, drivers, through the Standardbred Foundation, and I've just really been interested in that side of things, but it was kind of a change in scenery and got a little bit of a different perspective of things in the thoroughbred world.
I feel like I just wanted to learn more about all the different requirements that go into the day. I know there's a lot of moving pieces, and to have a successful day, those gears have to go together, and I know that's difficult, so I just got a better feel on all the different positions and what they do and how they all work together.
It would be fair to say that the second annual Del Val Day at the Races was a huge success. All credit goes to Delaware Valley University, the PTHA, and the entire team, and we look forward to welcoming all of our newest attendees to maybe work here one day at Parks. For the PTHA, I'm Chris Griffin.
Well, thanks, Chris, for a great feature. We had a lot of fun hanging with the students. Not only did they win scholarships, I think they left with a really good impression of horse racing. Hopefully it inspired some of them to be future racetrackers themselves.
Love to see them back.
Well, let's get into some local racing. We're going to take a look at Monday's 8th race, an allowance optional claiming race, $52,000 purse, a mile and 70 yards, and Simovich is our favorite for Jacinto Solis. Frankie Pennington, this was pre the 3,000th win.
He was trying for his 3,000th in this race. It took until the next day. But yeah, Simovich has got some good lines for our man, Jacinto Solis.
And Road Trip to Nowhere, who likes that, is our second choice. Mike Moore and my friends KCK Racing and Michael Day are the owners.
Yeah, one of my favorite names at the racetrack. And I saw Mike right before the race. He says, "You out here for Frankie's 3,000?" She says, "Not this one, please."
Here's the call of our local race of the week.
Mo Visitor, the 3-year-old Simovich, a half length behind him, spliced the main brace, flanking him and right to the outside. Road Trip to Nowhere, the opening quarter, 28-2-4. Mo Visitor led out just a notch under Michael Sanchez. He now has a length clear over Simovich. Then it's back to Road Trip to Nowhere, right to his outside in between, spliced the main brace. 10 gauge beginning to get in gear. He's in 5th and making his move. Your Analysis also getting in gear from the back. Helium now at the back is People Force, the half 47-1 as they make their way towards the turn. Mo Visitor has shaken off Simovich for now, who's holding his position in 2nd. Road Trip to Nowhere, 10 gauge, continuing his ascent up the rail. Your Analysis also making up some ground, spliced the main brace. He is dropping back, and Helium uncorked by Ruben Silvera at the back. He has his work to do, but he is making up ground with some momentum. Nothing from People Force at the back. Mo Visitor, Michael Sanchez looks under his shoulder for company. Simovich continuing to grind away in 2nd as they hit the top of the stretch. Mo Visitor, a comfortable advantage. Now Michael Sanchez asks him for a little bit more, and he is responding.
And Mo Visitor, who was so impressive here, winning the Crowd Pleaser Stakes, now with Mariah Montoya, come back, get the win with Michael Sanchez. I talked to him earlier in the week. He said he had been galloping him and loved the way he was getting over the track.
He was great. Look, this is a big-time horse. I think he's a stakes horse. I think he could win open stakes races. The Smarty Jones was just a throw-out. That was just not his day. But this is a real talent, and Mariah and the stable are going to have a lot of fun with him.
Oh, they certainly are. Well, we had such a good time with our local race. We have another one. We're going to go into the following race. It was Monday's 9th race, optional claiming $32,000. $52,000 is the purse. Fillies and mares going 7 furlongs. Our favorite is Empire Pass, and I believe that was your pick.
It was my pick coming out of all these races at Parks and Penn with these big numbers, most recently a 93 buyer coming first off the claim. The question is, could he keep that same form? That's what was my issue last week. Could he keep the same form off the claim?
Bazinga C, now in the barn of Brittany Russell, used to be with Tim Kreiser as our second choice.
Yeah, and Bazinga C, 6 wins, 5 seconds out of 15 lifetime starts. You like the consistency.
Here is the local 9th race of the week.
Empire Pass on the outside, Majestic Creed in on the rail, Gunfire Gal to her outside, Bazinga C, Mia Tosca now moving up into 5th. Then it's back to Knowing Glance to her outside, Knickers in a Twist, Distorted View, and at the back is In My Opinion. Empire Pass continues to show them the way, and she's going to take them into the turn. Majestic Creed in 2nd, right to her inside, Gunfire Gal. Mia Tosca continuing to rally. She's now up to 4th, Bazinga C in 5th. From off the pace, Knickers in a Twist getting in gear. Nothing yet from Knowing Glance. Then it's back to Distorted View, and In My Opinion, the half 46-3 on the front end. Empire Pass, plenty of pressure. Majestic Creed bears down on her inside. Gunfire Gal looking for some room. Mia Tosca continuing to rally. Majestic Creed now in front. Here comes Gunfire Gal. Mia Tosca with a rally as well. Majestic Creed hanging tough on the lead. Gunfire Gal looks like the main danger. There's a 16th left to go, and Majestic Creed, winning performance from her. Majestic Creed gets the win.
And Majestic Creed gets the win again with jockey Michael Sanchez. He is such a talent. Bobby Ann Hawthorne. This filly either gives it her all or gives you nothing, and today she gave her all.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the things you shouldn't look at when you're handicapping, Danny, do not look at beaten margins. This horse got to be 21 lengths and 28 lengths going long. Now the cutback going short. How is the horse doing at the top of the stretch? Did the horse have speed? In her case, she did. Not a bad bet at 9-1. It was easy after the race was over, but don't look at those final margins. They often mean absolutely nothing.
Well, they meant nothing here, and she was on with a big win. She is a temperamental filly, so we'll see if she wins by a pole next time or gets beat by a pole, as she often does. Let's get to our national race of the week, and it is Belmont at the Aqueduct. This is the Grade 3 Bold Ruler, $200,000. They're going to sprint 6 furlongs. Our favorite is Durante. David Jacobson, the owner, JKX Racing. We see them often here at Parks.
Yeah, when this horse is good, he's really good, and he looks like he's low in speed in this race.
High Oak is our second choice. Bill Mott, Irad Ortiz. I was up there for the Bold Ruler. These two horses looked absolutely picture perfect.
Yeah, we were obviously interested in the third Twisted Ride. It was 6-1 for our man Michael Moore, and KCK's run some good races here. Run some decent races in New York too.
Here's the call of the Bold Ruler.
It is the favorite, Durante, who leads here by 3/4 of a length. Provocateur is second by a neck, and on the outside is Cowan in third through a quarter, 21 4/5 seconds. It is Durante who has his nose in front of Provocateur, and on the outside, Cowan. Now three of them right across the track with Stage Left just in behind, running in fourth. Then it's Twisted Ride in fifth. Farther back, it's Jeff Fa, Five Dreams, and High Oak as they come into the stretch after a half in 44-4. And Durante has opened up the lead now. It's Durante in front by 3.5 lengths. Stage Left on the outside of Cowan. High Oak is putting in a late run here. And then Twisted Ride. It is Durante with the lead inside the 16th pole. And Durante has got it wrapped up. Durante and Manny Franco.
And it ran just like the odds. Durante got the win, High Oak there, but Twisted Ride was making a big run on the end. Got third, almost got second.
Yeah, and he's now over $500,000 in earnings, Danny, with that $24,000 for third. So a terrific run for Twisted Ride, but yeah, there was no catching Durante.
No, the speed went and never came back. Well, we're gonna go to another break, but we have a lot more Breeders' Cup talk coming up, Jockey and Trainer of the Week, all this coming up on Let's Go Racing.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss country superstar and 14-time Grammy Award winner Martina McBride on Saturday, December 16th, as she brings her Joy of Christmas tour to the stage of the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Jockey and Trainer of the Week brought to you by Turning for Home. Congratulations, Frankie Pennington. You are now at 3,001. We are on the countdown to 4,000 already.
Yeah, I'm thinking about 2030 is my theory. 150 a year gets them there.
And congratulations to our Trainer of the Week, Bobby Ann Hawthorne. We saw her have that nice win with Majestic Creed, and Notice of Action is a nice 2-year-old she has. We're hoping it goes to the Kentucky Derby, but don't tell anyone.
That would be nice.
Well, let's get to some more Breeders' Cup talk, and we got lots to talk about.
Yeah, the Distaff is always a terrific race. It's race 7 today. Goes off about 5:10 local time, $2 million race. All the really good ones are in here. Idiomatic, Adair Manor. I mean, just every good horse you can think of. Clariere, who won the Cotillion a couple years ago. Our Cotillion runner-up this year, Pretty Mischievous. And don't forget, we got Saudi Crown, the PA Derby winner in the Classic, trying to be the second ever PA Derby winner to win there. But really, really good renewal of the Distaff.
Yeah, it really is. And Hoosier Philly, we also got to see her run here. So a lot of the horses you got to see run here at Parks in the Cotillion will be making their start in the Distaff.
Absolutely.
And of course, the turf does not disappoint. Just such an international contingency, just all the top turf horses.
Yeah, this might be one of the great turfs we've ever had. It's a $4 million race. It's race 8. It'll be about 5:50 local time. You got Auguste Rodin for Aidan O'Brien, who won the Epsom Derby. I mean, just a terrific racehorse. You got Up to the Mark, it was so impressive for Todd Pletcher winning at Keeneland. You got Mostadaf for John Gosden, who's one of the great trainers in the world. King of Steel, and most recently won the Champion Stakes. It's got everything. This is an international field, and man, it's going to be hard to win the race, but I think that this might be the best renewal of the turf we've ever had.
I totally am all over the Euros, but of course my heart is rooting for the mare, Warlike Goddess for Bill Mott, taking on the boys. We'll see if she can get the coin.
And the Dirt Mile, that'll actually start off Breeders' Cup Saturday. It's 2:30 here local time. And the big story in here is the defending champion, Cody's Wish. He's back again. He's probably going to be odds on. I don't know if he's quite as good as he was this time last year, but his best race, like the Met Mile race, that's going to win easy. And we got a chance to catch up with Bill Mott to talk about the great Cody's Wish.
Cody's Wish is a great horse, but just to, see him, to give Cody Dorman something to look forward to, and to give him hope, and to give him, that willingness to keep going, I think is just so terrific. I would love to see him win, but take nothing away from him. You know, if he gets speed, I mean, this horse has run. You know, he won, I think, some very big races already this year, and in his lifetime he's run. You know, he's won a Breeders' Cup, and he's won the Met Mile, which, you know, I was trying to win for the longest time and never had the ability to do it, but Cody's Wish came through for me.
The whole country will be riding with Cody's Wish and his good friend Cody Dorman. Well, we're going to head to a break, but we have some Breeders' Cup picks for you coming up on the other side.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss the mind-blowing magic and illusions of the one and only Michael Carbonaro on Friday, December 15th. This legendary performer will light up the stage at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. It is Breeders' Cup Saturday, and we're going to talk about one of the fastest races on the card. This is the Breeders' Cup Sprint, 6 furlongs. I know this race was a little difficult for both of us to kind of envision it.
Yeah, I found it a little difficult too. Elite Power's a defending champ. In fact, he's one of 4 defending champs running. Caravel in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint, the great PA bred. That'll be the first race today. Goodnight Olive in the Filly Mare Sprint. Cody's Wish we just mentioned, but I'm not sure I like Elite Power in this spot, but it is a very good renewal. And keep in mind, the Sprint will be the last race.
Okay.
The Classic is not the last race. It'll be the last race on NBC. This race you'll either have to have Paramount or tune into one of your favorite ADWs or be here at Parks. Watch it out here. That'll be 8 o'clock local time for the Sprint. That'll be the final race of the day for the Breeders' Cup.
Well, it's going to be a good one. Hopefully Gun Knight can get his form back, and Dr. Shivel, he's one of the fast California sprinters. It is going to be a good one. Well, how about we give out some picks?
There you go.
I know you've been doing your homework.
I have, and we'll start with the distaff, and you go first.
All right, I like the Brad Cox Idiomatic on top. Look, I just think she's got a lot of speed. I think that will play towards the Santa Anita track. And for me, it's a Cox French Jockey Exacta. I like wet paint underneath with Flavian Pratt. I think that they'll have a good finish there.
Yeah, it's an interesting race. Adair Manor's last work was sensational for Baffert. She's owned the track out there, but I'm with you. I think Idiomatic, I love the works, love the form, and I think she's one of the few two-way horses in a race. She doesn't have the lead. She can still run. Some of the others, I don't think that's the case.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one. Well, let's get into the big one. This is the Classic. This is where dreams are made, and I think we kind of landed on the same horse here.
We did. I thought the best American dirt performance I saw all year was in the Whitney Stakes at Saratoga by Wada Barrio. I don't know where it all came from. I thought he was great in the Met Mile. I thought he was great in his sprint race, but this is a different horse than he was as a 3-year-old. If he comes back to that 110 buyer, they're all running for second. I think he can sit third behind the speed, make one run. I like Wada Barrio, but look out for Ushba Tesoro running late, the Dubai World Cup winner. He's a terrific racehorse.
That's exactly how I feel. I was up at Aqueduct last weekend. I did get to talk to Irad. He feels really confident about his chances, as he should, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that amazing Japanese horse. It is going to be a great Breeders' Cup. Where will you be watching it?
I will be watching at home and playing in the Breeders' Cup contest.
I will be watching it here at Parks and playing on my Parks Racing mobile app. Well, hope you guys get some winners. Thanks so much for watching. We do have a new post time starting Monday. It is 12:05. Make sure you get here on time to get for the first race. Thanks for watching, Dick and I. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now.
It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away, and Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derbies.